If today's world and events sometimes leave you feeling sad, afraid, uncertain, or angry, then reach out for comfort.
It's the job. And we pay for these investments in our future by finally making the wealthiest and biggest corporations begin to pay their fair share. Just begin. Look, I'm a capitalist, but pay your fair share. I think a lot of you at home agree with me and many people that you know. The tax system is not fair. It is not fair. Look, the idea that in 2020, 55 of the largest corporations in America, the Fortune 500, made $40 billion in profits and paid zero in federal taxes? Zero? Folks, simply not fair. But now, because of the law I signed, billion-dollar companies have to pay a minimum of 15%. God love them. 15%. That's less than a nurse pays. Let me be crystal clear. I said at the very beginning, under my plans, as long as I'm president, nobody earning less than $400,000 will pay an additional penny in taxes. Nobody, not one penny. But let's finish the job. There's more to do. We have to reward work, not just wealth. Pass my proposal for the billionaire minimum tax. You know, there's 1,000 billionaires in America. It's up from about 600 in the beginning of the term. But no billionaire should be paying a lower tax rate than a school teacher or firefighter. I mean it. Think about it. I mean, look. I know you aren't enthusiastic about that, but think about it. Think about it. Have you noticed Big Oil just reported its profits, record profits? Last year they made $200 billion in the midst of a global energy crisis. I think it's outrageous. Why? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say, we're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells, all the oil refineries anyway, so why should we invest in them? I said, we're going to need oil for at least another decade. And that's going to exceed, and beyond that, we're going to need it. Production. If they had, in fact, invested in the production to keep gas prices down, instead, they used the record profits to buy back their own stock, rewarding their CEOs and shareholders. Corporations ought to do the right thing. That's why I propose we quadruple the tax on corporate stock buybacks and encourage long-term investments. They'll still make considerable profit. Let's finish the job and close the loopholes that allow very wealthy to avoid paying their taxes. Instead of cutting the number of audits for wealthy taxpayers, I just signed a law to reduce the deficit by $114 billion by cracking down on wealthy tax cheats. That's being fiscally responsible.
If you're the wealthiest or the biggest share of the American pie, then expect your payment to become much bigger, and please don't ask why. Still wondering? Still wondering why? I'll continue to tell the capitalist story who never said bye. It's all good though, like snowplow moves snow. Our tax system needs an overhaul like a tow truck needs a tow. How many companies manage to make more and pay very little is still a riddle. So little in American federal income taxes that America's treasury was a little more belittled. Come on, Americans are waiting for you to get it right and right that wrong. Shape up, stop skinny dipping without an extra large thumb. That's not who you are. And you're far from par. At least a size 15% is what we're still requesting. Billy boys must listen to the new law I'm setting. Companies should stop acting like they're on Medicare, paying less than nurses who give critical care. For the less than $400,000 earner, I still have your back because you've been breaking your back. No flack, no flack. You can keep working and reserving more for your savings sack. Big Joe's got your back. There's plenty more still to come. Billy boys must give Americans some. America is on the job and we're all over it to make it all fit. Like rewarding more efforts and efficiency with a Billy boy tax hit. Oh yeah. Yes. 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 No more billionaire pay less mess. More love for teachers and firefighters working longer and harder for a tax rate that's much higher. And Big Joe's all on big oil too. They've been ducking and dodging us too. Just the other day, 200 Billy boys were brought to the bank. With our world energy crisis, that makes my heart sink. They could have given America a gas pipeline lifeline. But they didn't think about us in time. Yep, and big-time executives made big-time bonuses for corporate actions that are deemed erroneous. We're going to incentivize and incentivize until companies get real and take off the disguise. Don't get me wrong. They can still grind and earn for all those profits that they earn. Let's stay laser sharp and focused on the finish line. Until loopholes are no longer loopy for the wealthy to keep saying it's all mine. Here's a deficit reduction clue. We're coming for the cheat like you. American gladiators looking for who's fiscally responsible and true.
If today's world and events sometimes leave you feeling sad, afraid, uncertain, or angry, then reach out for comfort.